Welcome to those just joining. Well, if you can hear me and see me well, we are going to get started with today's class. My name is Josema. I'm Customer Success Manager at Customily, and together with Morena, we'll be hosting this presentation and showing you the basics of the app. You'll be able to ask questions along the way, and we'll be answering them on the chat or at the end of the presentation. Remember that this live session is being recorded and later uploaded to our YouTube channel, along with all past live sessions. You can watch each episode again and also find the assets in the description, so you can replicate the products you see on the videos. If you're joining us for the first time, you'll probably wonder, what is Customily? Well, Customily is an app that installs in your e-commerce store and provides your shoppers with live previews of personalizable products. With Customily, your shoppers will be able to interact with options by typing texts, selecting fonts, colors, images, and even locations, as well as uploading their own pictures. Each interaction will show them live how the presentation will look on the finished product, enhancing the shopping experience and increasing your conversion rate. In this example of a snowflake ornament, you see that we have a background and we also have these options. Options will show, for example, that you can type a name like this and get to see live how the customization is changing product. You can even play with the text area and jump lines if you want, or check out the colors and see how each color will alter the end result. Other customizations will imply picking different images, picking from fonts, or even uploading your own images. Now, the way this works is that Customily will load a template and an option set in the front end of your store for each product. Within the app, you will have many tools to create these templates and options. But that's not all. Apart from the live preview, Customily will take the personalization information from the orders you receive and create a printing file that's ready for you to take to whatever company or machine you use to fulfill your products. So imagine how much time our tool is saving you if you think back to the way you used to offer personalized products, how you had to collect the shopper's data, create proofs, wait for feedback, make corrections, and much more. All that time and effort has been reduced and automated with Customily's live preview and production files to make your work faster and easier. Now that we know that Customily is a great tool for your online store and that it will help you optimize the shopping experience of your visitors, we can start learning about the app itself. It's important that you approach it with some clear concepts about your business. I highly recommend that you ask yourself some questions before starting. The first one is about the current status of your store. Will I be creating new products, either for an empty new store or for a new collection in an existing store? Or will I be selling my existing products and turning them customizable? If you are working with existing products, you will use what we call Customily 1.0. With this, you will be creating templates from scratch and then linking them to your existing products all from the app itself. The options that your shoppers will use will be created automatically, so you don't need to worry about having to code anything. This direct way of using Customily is available for all e-commerce platforms that we integrate with, and you can see them on the slide, as well as any custom-coded store. Now, if you will be creating new products, more questions will pop up. Am I doing my own fulfillment, for example, with my own workshop or a local company? Or am I fulfilling with a known print-on-demand supplier? And then, do I have my own designs that will be personalized, or will I be using pre-made designs from Customily? These two questions will be the entry point to use what we call Customily 2.0. This is our latest update and will allow you to create new listings more easily, faster, and better. And this option is only available for Etsy and Shopify stores. So, within Customily 2.0, you will have 4 ways of creating new products. If you are working with known print-on-demand providers, you have 2 options. You can select a product from their catalog and then add an exclusive design that our illustration team has created for you. And these are royalty-free designs and cliparts that you can freely use and manage. Or you can select a product from the POD catalog and use our design studio to create your own designs that can be personalized. On the other hand, if you're going to fulfill on your own, you have 2 similar options. You can automate processes by creating product bases, which are the product mockups of what you want to sell, and will act the same way as the POD products. Then you can add a custom design to the product base, or create your own custom design in the design studio to use over your product bases. Each time you combine a product base with a design, a new template is born and linked to a new listing that Customily automatically creates in your Etsy or Shopify store. Product bases can be from a POD catalog or your own designs or your own, and designs can be from Customily's collection or your own. The result will be the same. Now, in the case of print-on-demand providers, the listing will be connected to the print-on-demand using an API key. So each time there's a purchase, Customily can automatically send the print file for fulfillment. So more time-saving advantages. Okay, well, let's dive into the app and see how it works. When you access Customily for the first time, pay attention and complete the onboarding you will get, as it will help you answer many of the questions stated before. Then you can see the different sections of the app, and based on your answers, you can easily navigate through them. Here we are in the Start section, and this is the 2.0 main interface, where you can create new products, either using POD suppliers or your own product bases. You also have a quick view of your designs collection and your product base collection. If you check the left menu, you can see that these 2 sections have their own items also. In the templates section, you'll be able to create new templates and also see all the templates created automatically with the 2.0 tools. This is the core section of the app, and you can rename, click, and edit any template. In the libraries section, you'll be able to upload your personal assets and organize them for quick access and use. You can create colors, fonts, vectors, and image libraries. And this is very important to remember because Customily is an asset manager, not an asset creator. Your images, designs, fonts, etc. will be created or purchased outside of the app. For example, you can create images in Canva, download them in JPG or PNG files, and then organize them in Customily's libraries. And you can later use them in templates and designs. In the store section, you can see all the products currently in your store, whether they are draft or active, and see those products linked to Customily, which templates and option sets are loading each one of those products, and of course, unlink or relink any product. You can also access many settings and styles to customize the front-end experience of your shoppers. So now that we have a more clear idea of how to navigate over the app, let's create some products together. The idea today is to create this snowflake ornament or any similar ornament. And for that, if you see here, we have this particular product fulfilling with Printify. So if we were to check on Customily in the list of available PODs, we can click on Printify and see the available catalog of products using API connection and being integrated with Customily. We can go through the different pages and we can also browse and search like this. So in this case, we have a lot of ornaments, but I'm interested in doing something different today and not the classic circle that we have been doing before in previous live sessions. This particular ceramic ornament has 4 shapes. And if I click on that, I have the available shapes as variants. Of course, I can click 4 of them and sell them independently, whatever I want. But the thing is, there's a big difference between circles, hearts, snowflakes, and stars. In fact, you can always jump to the Printify page and check the product itself to see the templates for designing. So if we were to find the catalog, let me just double check, and look for that particular ornament that we want to sell, we can open this and see that in the Start Designing part here, we can access the templates. Not only that, we can click on this button here, this page with a down arrow to download the design templates and then preview what we want to do. If we check the product variants, we can see that we can, of course, pick any of the shapes, but let's say we want to do a snowflake, right? So snowflake, if you click on update, will give you at the end of the page the size for printing. This is very important because we're going to be setting that up later in Customily. Now, very important, we can keep on going here and finish off a design by just picking the snowflake, like we said, clicking next here, and picking a Customily design. Let's say you don't have any design in your collection, you want to pick from Customily's design. And in here, you will have 260 plus designs that you can pick and you can freely use as a whole, or the different elements like the backgrounds and the characters and the hairstyles and the quotes and skins. Everything will be here. Some categories will specify some particular products, other will specify characters, will specify people, dogs, or relations, or special events. But the truth is, any of these designs will be matched with the snowflake ornament, but we don't know exactly how it's going to fit. And if you want to do something very unique and very specific on that particular shape, you can actually do that using the Customily Design Studio. And I'm going to show you how we are going to be proceeding with this particular product. Let's start section. Before we begin anything, it's important to know that if you're going to be working with any print-on-demand provider, it is recommended that you integrate with Customily. Some of them will give you access to the catalog directly, others will need the API integration, but those who have API will have the automatic fulfillment element here to indicate you that they can support API. So if you want to connect this, all you have to do is go to the settings in here, find the integrations tab, and here you have, imagine this is empty, and you have a drop down to pick any of our current PODs. If you want to integrate Printful, Printify, or I don't know, Custom Cut, for example, you pick this from the drop down menu, you click on Enable Integration, and it's going to show up here empty. It's waiting for you to pick the API key and paste it here to validate the key. So if you don't know where to find the custom cut or Printify API key, just click on this link and it will open our help center with a clear instruction and graphic help to show you where you can find the API key of each print-on-demand provider we have. So let's say we access our account in Printify, we go to connections, we create an API token, generate that, copy that, and send that to Customily. Once it's validated, you click on Save Settings, and it's going to turn green, and that's it. Printify is now integrated, and it's going to automatically fulfill whatever you create. And we want to create a unique design. So for that, we can go to the Start section or the My Design section. It's the same. You're going to find this quick access to create a new design. And this will open the Design Studio. We're going to name this the Snowflake Design New, right? I'll probably have more than one. And create design. This is the Design Studio of Customily. By default, you start off with a very big 1 by 1 meter square canvas, just to give you a reference, but nothing stops you from resizing this and making sure that you're working with the right proportions of your particular print file. Remember that if you're going to be working with canvas, you're going to be working with landscape or portrait canvas or particular all over prints, you will have different print sizes. And it's very important that your design will adapt to those print sizes. If you create a square design, then Customily will fit that into the print area, and that's it. But if you want something more specific, more focused on your particular product, it's very important that you do the homework and explore what's available and what kind of information you need from your particular product. In this case, I downloaded these templates, and I have them here. These 4 templates will give me a great guide into how I can put up my designs. And I can do something really interesting with these PNGs images, and I can go to a very known tool to us that is Canva. In Canva, I could actually set up whatever I want as a design. Remember, Customily is an asset manager. So if I want snowflakes, then I will need to create them on Canva and put them in Customily. What I can add in Customily is the following. We have a lot of tools here to add the customizable elements. For example, text boxes, straight and curved. This will allow customers to type in their own texts, to change fonts, change colors. Image and vector placeholders are meant for your customers to upload their own images. Then we have street maps, we have star maps, and very important and very useful, we have dynamic elements, vectors or images, depending on what we are in need of printing. These dynamic elements can hold 1 or more images from our computer or our own collection. If we have libraries created, we can pick those libraries into this object or just upload anything from our computer. So if we have a great idea about creating designs for our snowflake ornament, then the way to go is like this. You can go to Canva. You can pay attention to the print size that you need for this particular ornament, which is A66 by 960. So in Canva, you can create a design, pick a size, A66 by 960, and create a blank design ready to go. This will match basically this. And if you want to be more certain about this, all you have to do is go to the uploaded elements and upload files. For example, the guide. Once you have that in Canva, you can drop it, align, and resize. And this is your guide. Even you can lock this so it doesn't move by accident. Now, inside of this, you can design whatever you want. So we are going to play around by searching for some elements like snowflake. Remember, we are just giving you ideas. This has 6 points. So this has 8, this has 6. That's a great thing we can do. Let's pick this one, okay? Not in black, but at least it's something to begin with. And you see, I can do whatever I want, but if I have the guide from our POD, that's better for us to know exactly where we should stop playing around. Then we're going to add this one like that. And I'm pretty sure we can just grab the first one and change the color to try to see something we can contrast. Okay, I like this one. So let's say our design is as simple as this. And it's going to be printed in a way that it's going to look nice on the finished product, because we are respecting the safe area and the print information, everything there. The guide is something we don't know, we don't need anymore. So we can unlock this and just delete. And this is what we need, actually. We need this file. As simple as downloading this in PNG. If you have transparency, that's very recommended, because it's most ornaments will have a transparency available, or a specific surface that transparent images will look better. And then we download this like that. Let's drop this on the right. Call this the snowflake new. Perfect. If we actually want to do the same, but we want to do this with our star, for example, let's open the variants again, find the star. And the reason why I want the star is selected is because I want to see this. This is a new size, and so we actually need to go to Canva and find a new design that is 131 by 112, 1012, 1012. Create new design, and exactly the same process we did. We are going to upload a new guide, because you download everything from the POD at the beginning. Drop it here, like that, and like that. So this is our, it's called snowflake, but it looks more like of a star, correct? And then we're going to go with the Christmas star. Perhaps as I am building this, we can do a quick poll and see if we want to create our product with the snowflake or the star design. I like this one. Oh, it's pretty big and not transparent, so I don't like. I'm going to try and find something better in here, like this. This looks way better. Seems like I lost. Oh, that's the thing. So let's. Okay. I'm trying to find an. Oh, that's better. Okay. So this could be one option, but this is not going to print. Now we get to see that not all designs are perfect, so we may not want this. We may want something else. Okay. Surprising that not many will show. Perfect. That's the one I want. Let's center this and extend this. Even if we don't have like everything covered, it's a good thing to do this. So this is our star. I like this one better, in fact, so I'm going to just take away this. No, actually it was the other one that I like more. Okay. Great. This is the design that I want. This is what I need. Double click on the element will push that. Oh, this is very interesting. Thank you. Okay, new to Canva. So let's download this. Thank you, Kimberly. Okay, let's download this. Perfect. Let me see if you made your mind about doing the star or the snowflake. Okay, we have those two choices. Yeah. So let's go back to Customily and to our design. In our design, we created this image selection. Basically, this is a dynamic image. It's called an image selection because you can start putting a lot of options inside this. So actually, I could put the snowflake and the star, right? And keep that changed. In fact, let me see if we made up our mind if we want the snowflake or the star. Okay, no answer. Okay, you pick, Morena. Okay, thank you, Kimberly. Snowflake. So let's do something different. Let's do another page with another design of snowflake. So we better understand what implies to have a dynamic image. So snowflake again, and elements like this, and let's change. Oh, this is not right because it has more points. And quickly, yeah, like this, and this, and this. 8 is no good. 6 is good. So okay, we're going to be using this. The reason why I want to is because we want to show and see that okay. I'm not greatest creation, but it's going to work. And maybe I can just drop this all the way. Okay, so let's delete this and export page 2 like that. So now we have two designs. This is the snowflake new 2. In Customily, like I said, we can just upload one image like this. But if we upload in bulk like these two, you will have two options inside the same object. You will have the first option will be this one, and the second option will be this one. Remember, they have the right shape and they have the right proportion of our snowflake product. What we don't have is the 1x1 meter canvas. So we're going to click resize, and we're going to pick pixels and resize to meet the exact proportions of our print product, like that. Let's find this, and it's pretty far away. I guess it was pretty big, but there's a great tool here called Fit to Canvas, and we can just make it there. So we know this is going to be fitting perfectly in the print. And then we just need to do something else. We need to create the text box. And for that, let's create a common text box. What we can do is we're going to do a simple version that the one we have here when it had the message and we put the family. We're going to do just one message, big message like this. Try to keep it within the boundaries you know. Find a nice font. There was some called, once you rotate and reshape this any way you want, like this, you're free to open the character and play around with the fonts. Maybe it can be one font, or maybe multiple fonts, like a library full of fonts. So if I were to pick one font, and I have a lot that I have been uploading, you can upload fonts and create your own database by clicking on the plus button here. It will open your computer and you can upload anything. And once you upload your TTF or OTF font, like you said there, it's going to show in your database and you can just find it here and that. In the type or try your text box, you can actually just do anything. Like that. You have full control of playing around. You can jump lines or don't jump lines if you want. Have Customily jump lines for you automatically. And if you see that it's getting very small, it's probably because you need to control the sizes. Your minimum size will set up how small you can go. Like this, right now you're close to 15, but if you want this to be a bit bigger, you can say, okay, I will not go any smaller than 30, and I will not go any bigger than 50, right? That's when you have actually just very small. Yeah, could be more, could be, yeah, 80, for example, yeah, 77. So this is as big as you can go, and this is as small as you can go, as is 30. As long as you have space, you can keep typing, and you don't have any more space or you don't have any more size to go down, that stops. If you want to change the color, aside from the font, we're going to keep one font, but we're going to change color. Or in fact, we're going to pick a font library like this. You can select one by one fonts in the first option, second option, third option, or we can just pick from our libraries, which I highly recommend, because if you later want to upload new fonts or add fonts to your existing library or modify the ones you have, they will update all products using that library. So if tomorrow I want to add more fonts here in this summer vacation library, I just go to the library, add that, and all my ornaments will update. So right now, if I play around with the option part, I can see that we have Aloha, we have Amiten, we have Avant-Garde and Brusher, and I think we have like 5, 6, or 7. Pretty sure it's around there. So 7 fonts, that's perfect. Now for the color part, we can click on the color tab and do the same. Play around with one single color, play around with color once by one color by picking one, saving, changing option, saving, and so on. Or pick from a library. When you pick from a library, you now have a lot of things you can preview really quickly. Okay? And remember, if we click on the background, we can preview one background or the other background. That's very important. These are choices. So before we save this design, let's open the layers and see what we have. Basically, we have 2 items. The image selection one, which is the background. So I could say this select background. And we have the text 2, which is basically our message. So type your message. Just like that. That's all we need. And we can save our design for now. Remember that we made this really quickly using Canva. We uploaded that to Customily, and we can put whatever custom text, image, map, or whatever inside here just to go with our design. It's really up to you and your creativity. Let's save it. And now we have a design ready. So if we have a design in our design collection, we can pick that design and create our product. So going back to the beginning, we go to Start, we pick on Create New Product, find the print-on-demand provider we are looking to use now and fulfill, search for the product, it was the one called 4 Shapes. And remember, in this case, we are not going to be using the 4 variant. We're going to just use the snowflake. So we click Next. And instead of picking the Customily designs, we are going to pick our designs. If you don't have any more than just one design, it's going to show up here. If you have plenty, they will add to the pages. And the last one, we have this. So when I click on a design, I sit back and I wait for Customily to finish working. Right now, the process is like this. Either on your Etsy store or your Shopify store, remember we are working with Customily 2.0 because we are creating a new product. This process will create a new listing and it's going to create an option set for that particular product. See, in this case, it has created this ceramic ornament product in here with the exact mockups and the exact image, and it's going to put our design exactly where we wanted. Why? Because we took the time to find the right guide. We took the time to pay attention to the safe areas, and now this is created fitting everything perfectly. We also have the choice of the background. Remember, we have these 2 options because we uploaded 2 things. And whenever you pick one, it's going to show that in the beginning. I really don't like this one, so I'm going to stay with this. And in the type your message, we can type. If we don't see anything, it's probably because we need to pick another color. And we probably need to change the font. Yeah, like that. So, okay, very strong background. But you see, I'm not the designer type. And yeah, I'm going to stay with that. If playing around with this gives you a really nice preview of the finished product, you could actually set this up to be your new listing photo, because right now your new product has an empty ornament image. It's a default image, and we actually want to have this to be the new image. So we click on that button and this particular preview will be uploaded. If you want to add another image later to the listings, you can change, for example, the background, and you can preview and right click and save this image. So you can keep adding new saving images to later add them on your listing in Etsy or Shopify or anytime you want. But this is the final revision to see what product we have created, what options we have created. And if I want to jump lines here, I can't jump lines because it jumps automatically because I don't have a text area. So if you see small details in the finished set of options, you can always click here in Edit Options and do that small fixing. Basically, here you have the same options you're seeing right now, and you can click on the pencil to target a specific option and see that you have some available settings in here. I want to check this Make It Text area, so I have more space to jump lines. The rest looks pretty nice. I don't want to do anything else like this. Okay, font, color, everything is there. So save it and go back to the beginning. One last thing I recommend you do in this stage in Customily is edit the product details to quickly change the name of the product. The reason is this: you always pick the standard POD name for this product. So if you're going to be using a lot of, for shapes, like the circle, the heart, and the star, they will all be called like this. And you're going to start to get a lot of repeated products. So in order to quickly find them in your store, go for the snowflake ornament to designs. You can even save some time and put a price on this, or you can always do everything like this in Shopify or Etsy. But this saves you some time, and especially the name is very important. So once we are sure everything is working, we have changed the name, we have double checked the options, pick a nice image, we are ready to publish this to go live and start selling, or keep it as a draft until we have everything running. I'm going to click publish and let it go to my store. And now we have a new product showing in. This is connected to Printify. This has the right name that I picked, has the variants, has all the options, and I can click anything to start customizing this. So, questions so far about this product before we start with the Q&A? I notice I lose mockups when using Customily, that I normally have more when going through my POD directly. Well, the API connection we have with print-on-demand providers gives us one mockup that is basically how you need to show the product. Now, if you have better mockups, Customily allows you to change this. And let me show you how. When you are at the beginning of Customily, you can remember that you can check which products are linked to Customily by going to the store section. In the store section, you can check the products or link products to see which ones are working with Customily right now and which ones are not. If you have a lot of products, you can pick, you can pick the store, of course, and you can pick which ones, if you want to see the linked one or the not linked ones, all products. These are not linked to Customily, and these ones are linked. And then I can find the snowflake, and this is the two designs, right? So this is my new product created from Customily 2.0, and I can click here and see which template is being loaded as well as which options are being loaded. If I want to disconnect this, I just click on the X here and the X here and save it. And now we have a very simple snowflake ornament without any customization available. So that's how easy you can turn a simple product to a customizable product by assigning a template and assigning options or creating the options from the template. You can do this manually, but there's an automated system that will save you a lot of time, like it did with the color options and the thumbnails and everything. And you don't have to do anything manually about this. But if we want to check the template, we can click on the shortcut here, and on another tab, you will find the right template. And you can click on Edit here, and you will see some familiar tools. Basically, this is the Design Studio, but applied to this particular template, which has the exact print size of the snowflake, has the exact design elements we created, but that's for printing. So there are more steps. You have the production file settings first, and once you're finished here, you click Next, and you have the preview settings. So in this part of the template, you're free to modify whatever you want about the background and the message. I mean, they can independently move anywhere you want and make it bigger or smaller or whatever, just for the sake of creating a better preview for us to see. And you will see we have two extra images. One is the product color, which basically gives you a background of the empty product. And the mask is a special effect that comes also with these particular products, basically because they have a particular shape. What is this is the same photo of the background. Background you see is the empty picture of the product with a nice context. So let me center this again. And this is the same version, but with transparency in the middle. So if you are printing something that goes outside of the area, something that goes to the gray area, you may lose it on the printing process, which is no problem at all. But you don't want that to show on top of the product image. You want to show this constrained by a nice shape, so you never lose the realistic effect of that. So the reason the mask exists is to give you realism. And if you want to change your current mockup with another one you have, you can click on upload image and basically change to something else you have. So nothing stops you from changing this mockup to something better if you have it. Don't stop or don't settle with the original image if you feel you want something more. You want another context, you want a bigger size. The same goes here. If you don't want that many context, just hold the shift key and grab everything. Just grab everything or not. Okay. Let me see if I can drag and grab. Okay. You can just, okay, here you go. Make this bigger and better, like that. And you don't have that many context anymore. You have a very zoom view of your mockup. You're free to do that in Customily at any point, just by editing the template. When you click next to save it, you still have the print exactly the way you have it original, but the preview has changed without any problems. And they are still connected. So whatever you type and whatever you select will reflect on both sides at the same time. The POD has various mockups with different angles. You don't actually lose them is because you're thinking about creating the product from the POD. And with Customily 2.0, if you want the automatic fulfillment, you don't create products from the POD system anymore. You create them from Customily. So yes, when you create a product using a POD interface, you have a lot of mockups. If you go straight to Customily, you create the product with the API connection, the automatic fulfillment, the customization, and just one preview, one mockup, but nothing stops you from going to Shopify, finding the product, let's say created newest. Yeah, so find the product in Shopify or on Etsy or even on WooCommerce and everything, and add more media. Add all those mockups you like from your POD, add them as media, because customers will look at the images first. They will go through the gallery and then they will customize. It's the common behavior. But even if they customize and they want to click on the other images of the gallery, they can do so. So your media gallery will provide a lot of insights and a lot of angles of the product without interfering with the customization. Now, when you customize, you want a first eye flat direct view of the design. It's really not that it doesn't give an extra information to see that on the side, to see that on a lifestyle take or a close-up. As long as you have all those images with examples and nice looking products, and you have one perfect shot view to do the customization, that's the most common way of presenting these products and what your customers will like. So I guess what you're thinking of is what happens to the other mockups? Well, The other mockups were created through the POD and you're creating through Customly. You can add those mockups as simple images in your listing. Okay, well, thank you for the questions you shared, and I really hope now you have things more clear as to how to create products, and not also that, but the fact that you can create assets outside of Customily using the same information we manage inside the app also, and to avoid doing fixing and adjustments by going straight to the details. You can always do that with very simple tools like Canva, for example. So um, if you need any further help, please don't hesitate to reach out to our excellent support team. They are available over these first steps and will help you with anything you need. You can reach them via email, you can open a live chat in the app during business hours, and also you can join our Facebook communities where you can ask questions and share tips with other users of the app. And well, that's all the time we have for today. I really appreciate you joining and asking questions and loving Customily like we do. I hope you do a lot of products and check our live sessions, check our videos, play around with our tools, and see you next time on Thursday. Bye bye.